During our great-great-grandfather's days, our forefathers used to journey day and night by foot to the plains of Assam to trade goods like salt, dry fish, and cattle. Unlike today's generations, money bears no value during those days. Barter system was the most and only common way of trading goods in those times. So they used to take with them a basket full of cottons and traded them with things like dry fish, salts, and cattle. While such trade have been going on for generation upon generations without any unfair means, there happened to have one wicked merchant in the market who used to trick our forefathers with his magical powers by transforming his son into certain type of animals on the halfway back home. The wicked merchant would turn their cattle into a dog, sometimes a wolf, sometimes a cat, and they would run away into the thick forest and back to the merchant, leaving our forefathers empty-handed. Our forefathers were very casual peoples. Therefore, despite their misfortunes, they never complain about it. However, when it becomes too frequent, news of these strange happenings begin to travel from one village to another like a wildfire. One day, as the villagers was talking about how each of them had fallen victim to the mischievous plan of the wicked merchant, one old village elder stood up. He told them to seek the help of a man called Nokpokliba. The villagers thought Nokpokliba was just a village myth all along. The old man told the villagers that Nokpokliba is as real as anybody, and he would come forward whenever villagers need his help. Nokpokliba was a Naga mystic who also has magical powers. He lives high up a mountain in a deep, lush forest. That evening, a couple of villagers goes to meet Nokpokliba up in the mountaintop. As soon as they reach his house, Nokpokliba notices them and calls them over inside his house. There he poured clean water in a bowl and showed them how the wicked merchant is fooling them. They were shocked to find out the reality of the bizarre happenings. Nokpokliba assured the villagers that they will get their cattle back. Next day, Nokpokliba filled his bamboo-woven basket with dried leaves, and by using his magical power, turned them into cottons, white as snow. He journeyed beyond the village, and by using his magical power, reached the destination in no time. Upon reaching the trader's place, he asked the merchant for a cow in exchange for his cottons.
And just like last time,
The wicked merchant transformed his son into a healthy cow and gave it to him on a weak leash.
Nokpokliba journeyed back after trading it with his cottons.
On his way home, Nokpokliba used his magical powers and turned his cotton into its original form, and suddenly the cottons turned into dry leaves. The wicked merchant, upon realizing that Nokpokliba had tricked him, immediately used his magical power to transform the cow into a deer. The deer broke the leash and ran away. When the deer ran away, Nokpokliba himself turned into a dog and began to chase the deer. When the deer realizes he could no longer keep up the pace with the hound, he changed into 3 grains of rice and laid there, hidden in the ground beneath the foliages. Seeing the deer change into a grain of rice, Nokpokliba turned himself into a pigeon, tracked the scent, and ate the 2 of the 3 rice grains that he could find.
The wicked merchant immediately rushed to the spot and only find 1 of the 3 rice grains.
He tried to use all his magical abilities to revive his son back to life. But since 2 of the 3 grains had been eaten by Nokpokliba's, he had no choice but to let his own son perish in front of his eyes. The wicked merchant, in a fit of rage, turned himself into a monstrous eagle and began to chase Nokpokliba, who is now turned to a pigeon. The eagles, after much chase, is able to catch up with the pigeon. They had an aerial battle for supremacy, but the eagle was too strong and powerful for Nokpokliba. As a result, he was badly injured during the battle. When Nokpokliba realizes he can never defeat the almighty eagle, he lead him to a blaze of inferno where his villagers was burning a field to start a new cultivation. He dived into the thick black smoke, pretending to go inside the flame. The wicked merchant, unaware of Nokpokliba's intention, dived right into the flame at full speed and eventually burned himself to death. Thus, Nokpokliba saved his fellow tribes from the deceit of the wicked merchant. Thereafter, the traders could not trick our forefathers, and henceforth, they did their trade and business with honesty and respect. This little folktale serves as a fitting moral that wrongful actions eventually bring harm upon the wrongdoer.